Obviously, a bunch of you know me from other parts of the world and other things I do. But most importantly, for just this next 10 minutes, I am the community leader here of the Generate Group. So if you're watching this, do me a favor, leave a comment, click a button, click a like, add somebody, add a watch party. This week and for the last couple of weeks and the next couple of weeks, we're going over this book, Lead Generate, 21 Days, or I'm thinking that we're 21 days in, 61 days to double your pay. We're on day 21. And we're talking about the themed days this week, right? We're talking about the themed days this week. And by the way, some of you are watching this on Zoom. We appreciate you. Facebook, YouTube, I don't care. It doesn't matter where you watch it, as long as you're getting the information and you're taking some action on it. So we've been talking about these themed days. Like, how do we set up our days of the week so that we start to get some more focused activity on our lead generation and our marketing? Monday was Marketing Monday. Tuesday was Taco Tuesday, and that just meant basically Monday, you kind of put your focus on marketing, right? Social media, branding, getting eyeballs to you. Tuesday is that Taco Tuesday. Not that we're eating tacos every day, although it looks like I've been eating tacos every day because this quarantine thing, I've just been munching in the kitchen every day and gaining some weight. Got to get back to the gym, got to get back to some better eating habits. And then Wednesday is Work Your Ass Off Wednesday, right? Wednesday is Work Your Ass Off Wednesday. And I'm going to talk about one of the things that drives me nuts, and it's this myth of like work-life balance. What does that even mean? So let me read this, and then we'll get to some of my independent editorial thoughts. Okay, so Work Your Ass Off Wednesday. Sticking to my theme days of lead generation, I introduced to you Work Your Ass Off Wednesday. I think there's a good chance my wife has never seen me on a Wednesday, although I did kiss her goodbye just a couple of minutes ago as she went to her mom's house with the kids. This is the day where I abandon some of my family responsibilities. I don't think primarily about marketing and lead generation, and I spend hours and hours and hours working in my business instead of on my business. This is where I play in the weeds, in the dirt. I focus on the nuts and bolts of my business. I still do my half hour to hour of lead generation, and I still make my connection calls. I have this little tracker where I make 10 of these calls every day. However, my Wednesday usually looks something like this. Wake up at 5, try to do some gym time or go for a walk or just something physical. 6 o'clock, shower, get ready to go. 7 o'clock, breakfast, kind of read through paper, Facebook comments, whatnot. Then I do our lead generation call for the coaching group I run. Then we do, of course, this call. 9:30, I go over an office-wide pipeline with our entire team. 10:30 to 11, I do some lead generation and my connection calls, work over lunch. 1:30, catch up on emails. Usually back in the day when we could see people in person, I was doing coffee appointments. Then I'll catch up on more emails. Then I'll do basically all those files, the databasing, the invoicing, all the busy work that goes on in your business and in my business. I try to confine this to Wednesday. So look, I never like letting a client down, but just last night, I got a text message from somebody that said, "Hey Scott, I sent you my paperwork yesterday." So that would have been Monday. What do you think a realistic time frame is of getting back to me on the pre-approval? Well, I know this particular client, I've worked with him for a long time, and I let him know that I'd have him some answers by the end of this week. He's got a super complicated situation, owns multiple law firms, multiple businesses moving in and out of reporting on a Schedule C versus an LLC. He's got, trust, and he's just got a lot going on. We'll just leave it at that. I don't want to identify the client, obviously. He's got a lot going on. It's going to take me an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours diving into that file to know exactly what's going on, make sure that we have an approvable loan, make sure that everything works for this client, or confidently deliver the answer that he actually can't buy the house that he wants. But that's what Wednesday is for, right? Wednesday is for all the granular stuff, all the really mentally taxing stuff that I have to do in my business instead of being up here working on my business. That's what I use Wednesdays for, right? And then again, back in the day when we could go out with people, Wednesday is the day that I would do kind of my strategic partnership dinners, happy hours, cigars. Anytime I needed to sit down with people on our team to have a coaching session, I would do that in the evening over a dinner, a cigar. If I've got coaching clients I'm meeting with, if I got referral sources, I'm hosting a happy hour where I want to get with 5 or 10 of the referral sources or past clients that I care deeply about. I would just throw this all into Wednesday, right? I usually put somewhere between 15 and 18 hours in on Wednesdays. I don't post the schedule to brag or insinuate that everybody has to be a workaholic and kind of give up all responsibilities on Wednesday. However, I feel that this insanity, like this scheduled insanity of that 1 day a week on Wednesdays, what that allows me to do is the rest of the week that allows me to actually be off when I'm off, right? And so if you're watching this, especially if you have a significant other, kids, a family, other obligations, chances are you've gotten into some type of rut where when you're with your family or enjoying time at the pool or you're with your kids at the park, you've got this thing, this evil device, this cell phone in your pocket, and you're feeling a little guilty about the fact that you're not getting back to clients right away. You're not on top of your email. You're not sending texts back right away. So if you've felt that, please, if you're watching this on whether it's Facebook or YouTube or whatnot, can you leave a comment if you felt that? This will help validate that I'm not the only crazy one. So we get into this rut where it's like we're with our family or we're with our friends or we're at the gym or we're working out or we're doing something that we know is important for us. And then what ends up happening is we feel guilty about the fact that we're not working, right? But then when we're working and we're putting in a bunch of extra hours, we're feeling a little bit guilty about like, why am I not stepping out of my home office and grabbing lunch with my wife and kids? Oh, maybe I should have taken, this long weekend off to do this. Maybe it's the weekend and I'm working. Now I feel guilty because it's the weekend. This should be family time. And so not only are we never in this work-life balance, magical, mythical state of being, now when we're present at work, we're not really even present at work because we're thinking about our family. And when we're with our family, we're not really present with our family because we're thinking about work. And then we just go through this life of frustration, right? What I would suggest is a day like Wednesday, like a work your ass off Wednesday, is needed for these moments in time and maybe schedule moments in time weekly to throw yourself out of balance and work your ass off without feeling guilty about it so that you can tell your family, hey, I'm putting in 10, 12, 13, 15, 20 hours today on Wednesday because I want to clear all my decks. I can clear everything off my plate so that by the time we get to Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, I know I put in a massively successful week of work. I did everything I can. I updated all my clients on Friday, which we'll talk about this on Friday. And now I can be in peace, enjoying my Friday afternoon or my Saturday or my Sunday or whatever time you pick or my Tuesday night. I can enjoy that time off with my wife, playing in the pool with my kids, vegging out on YouTube, watching videos that I'm interested in on, music and mixed martial arts and political arguments and libertarianism. Like I can spend that time without feeling guilty because I know I'm putting in quality time at the office. So what I would say is I would love if we can get rid of this idea of work-life balance because really the key is being out of balance, right? When you're at work, like you're focused, you're present, you're knocking it out. And when you get into that state of like, I'm fully present, I'm doing stuff, I'm not also playing over here on Facebook and also keeping an eye on this and also looking at other people's kids' pictures and liking them and commenting and trying to be engaged with my friends. Like, no, you're working, you work, you're out of balance. You're all in on work. And then when you put in that magical work where you're focused and you're doing and you're executing, then that allows you to move on and do the things for yourself, for your health, for your family, for your sanity, where you can be at peace. You can turn this thing on. Oh, Siri's trying to talk to me. You can be at peace. You can turn this thing on airplane mode. You can just be present with whatever it is you're doing outside of work. So those are my thoughts for today. That's the concept of Work Your Ass Off Wednesday. And we'll talk to you soon.